Good evening, everyone. So, this is my second Facebook Live for the Get to Know Me series. And I told you guys I would be in a beautiful destination. And unfortunately, we got here a little bit later than I was planning. But that's okay because it's still really beautiful. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that is the ocean behind me, and so I'm really excited about it. I'm here in Florida just for a quick weekend getaway with some of my best girlfriends, and we're just really excited. Sorry about my hair too, by the way. I just took a shower and so it's like really curly and unmanageable, but so I'm going to answer a couple more questions tonight, and we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so the first question is from Megan Owen, and she asked, what is the one piece of advice that you would give to your high school self? And the biggest thing I would say is just brush it off. Honestly, I got called a lot of names, like not in a mean way, obviously. I wasn't like bullied or anything, but I think I let it affect me more than it should, especially being an athlete and somebody who went on to play college sports and then had their coach make similar comments about like their body and stuff like that. So to me, that was really hard to overcome, and I feel like once I did, I had a better understanding of what some of our high schoolers go through and how that can really negatively affect them. So I know you guys have heard me talk about the school tour that I'm trying to kick off in Virginia. We've got 34 schools so far, so it's really exciting. So that's something that I really want to talk about when I get into these schools and we're talking to these girls. I want to let them know, like, hey, people are going to say mean things. Brush it off. Be that encouraging person to your neighbor. And to me, if we can just impact one person and them just say, oh, she's so right. Like, it's not a big deal. That's going to be so much better in the long run. So let's keep on going. Our next question is from Tyler Cox. What has been the biggest challenge to get where you are today? And let's see. I would say just staying with it, staying motivated. I think a lot of people kind of fall off the wagon, like it's too hard, or I don't want to keep doing it, or I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And so I think the biggest thing for me was just to find that motivation. And I really found that like with my family and with the people within this pageant system. I competed last year. I didn't even make the 5. I was in the top 13, and honestly, I wasn't ready. And I really firmly believe that I just was not ready. And the only thing that kept me motivated was the girls around me, like my friends that I've made through pageantry. And I think that that has really, really helped me to get to where I am today. And that was probably the biggest thing I had to overcome. I know that sounds so cheesy, but it was such a huge learning curve coming from teen to miss. And that was actually one of the questions last week. We didn't get to it though, but yeah, that was one of the questions. So yeah, that was probably the biggest thing. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to comment. I will try and answer them. We are going to keep this going. So this is part 2 out of the 5 weeks that we'll be going live. So this is really exciting, guys. I'm actually enjoying this. I feel like the more that I do it, the more I'm enjoying it. Even though I'm usually not a social media kind of person, this has definitely brought me out of my shell. So I'm excited. I'm excited to meet all of the girls competing for Miss USA. I actually had one of the contestants, Miss Illinois, comment on my Instagram today, and it's going to be a good time. I know that I'm really lucky to be competing with some amazing women, and it's a blessing. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to let you guys in on a few more questions. Keep them coming. If you have anything left, let me know. If you want to know what products I use on my hair, which you probably don't, what makeup I'm wearing today. Probably can't see that either. Sorry, I'm not very good at this, obviously. Let me know. All right. Oh, I do want to challenge you guys. I'm going to be putting up a post soon, so I'm going to give you a hint now. I'm looking for some suggestions for my national gown, and I think that you guys would be of great help for that. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that, and maybe that will be a plug-in for next week's Get to Know Me series. All right, guys, Thank you so much for the questions. Keep them going, and I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Be safe.